Are you ever looking for a brand new singing game that's really fun, even for fifth graders? Well, welcome to Music Club Tuesdays, where every week I teach you a brand new singing game and the musical elements that you can teach using this song. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a new singing game. I hear the Music Club in the hallway right now. Let's get to Pop Goes the Weasel. You ready? There's a new game. It goes, all around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. Then there's a verse 2. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. Then we're going to go in a circle. Here we go. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel. Keep going. A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. All right, we're going to get into groups of 3. When you get into a group of 3, there's going to be 2 here, and then one person who's the weasel facing the direction of the walking. So you're going to be a weasel, and you 2 are holding hands, all 3. You're going to be the weasel, and the 2 of you holding his hand. You're going to be the weasel, and you 2 all holding hands. All right, then we're going to have a weasel facing this way, and 2 people here in a trio, right here facing this way, and in a trio. The 3 of you, you're a weasel, and the other 2, you are going to be a magic weasel in just a moment. As you walk, shh, this is the hardest part. As you walk, you're not spinning around yourselves. You're walking around as a group of 3.
It's me. It was me.
Who was it? I think it was you. Yes. Yes. All right, here we go. You're the weasel, right?
It wasn't.
Well, then turn so that we're here. All right, there you go. Who was the weasel? You were, right? Okay, turn so you're here. Here we go. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel. Stop. On the word pop, you're going to lift up this hand and you're going to pop the weasel to the next group. You ready to try it? Pop goes the weasel. And you catch the next weasel. You catch the next weasel. All right, come on over. We're the magic weasels, so we're in the middle. Go to the next weasel. All right, let's try it. You can do it. They're girls. They're great. They're both wonderful. Exactly. Okay, come here. Fake it. Don't touch, but hold it. All right, here we go. You ready? Mulberry bush. Here we go. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in good fun. Go! Pop goes the weasel. Now, the extra weasel. All we have to do is pop in and take over someone's spot, and they are the magic weasel in the middle. All right, let's see whose spot we're going to take. Here, start walking. Cobbler. Here we go, all around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel. I just took your spot. Go in. A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel. A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop But there's only been a few of us who have been the weasel. So now we're going to turn one person, and there's a new weasel. You two are still magic weasels. Raise your hand if you're the weasel. All right, cobbler. Here we go. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought 'twas all in good fun. Hop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Hop goes the weasel. Because the game is so much fun, it's really easy to stop singing. Make sure you're still singing. Here we go. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. All right, one of you hasn't gone yet. One more turn. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought 'twas all in good fun. Hop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Hop goes the weasel. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in good fun. Hop goes the weasel, a penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Hop goes the weasel. Yay! Isn't that a fun game? It's a great game to use just to fill up some time in 4th and 5th grade. It's really challenging, and sometimes the kids love to play a challenging game. Pop goes the weasel. Let's look at that part. Would you clap that with me? Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the weasel. But wait a minute, that's not the right rhythm. Read this rhythm with me. Ta, tika tika ta, ta. Weasel. Where do those syllables go? Of course, right here at the end. But in a music class, I would take these and I would walk over and I would hand it to a student, and they would have to come on up and put them underneath themselves. Pop, what about that one? Of course, it's at the very beginning. And this is where we're working today. Pop goes the weasel. Where does goes go? Is it on the first tika tika, the second, the third, or the fourth? I'd hand this to a kid, and they would probably put it right here on beat 1. Pop goes the weasel. What about the? Which one does this go on? Of course, I'd let a few kids try, and we would try all of them. Let's see what all of those different options sound like. What if it went right here? Pop goes the weasel. That doesn't sound right. What about on the third one? Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the weasel. That just sounds like a T, but it's really pop goes the weasel. This syllable is on the fourth one. Pop goes the weasel. Isn't our voice here still singing? Pop goes the weasel. That means that we would put a whole line. This just tells you to keep singing that syllable. That means all three of these are connected. So I'm going to delete all of this. I'm going to erase all of this. And if there were two put together, then it would just be a T. But there were three. So we are going to do a dot. Now we're working toward learning Timka, which is a dotted-eighth-sixteenth. In my curriculum, I teach Tom T and T Tom before this, which are each 2-beat rhythms that have a dot, a ta with a dot and a T. Tom T is a dotted quarter note eighth, or a T-tom is an eighth note dotted quarter. So my students have already seen a dot next to a note. Pop Goes the Weasel is a really great song because it's so clear to teach Timka. Pop goes the weasel. And this is a brand new rhythm called a timka. It's a dotted-eighth-sixteenth, a timka. Ta, timka, ta, ta. Let's look at some other rhythms that use a timka. Ready, go. Ta, ta, timka, ta. Ti, ti, ta, timka, ta. Timka, ti, 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 ta. Ti, ti, timka, ta. Rest. Now, of course, these are sentences that I have made myself again on Microsoft Word, just using like squares and coloring them in, printing them on cardstock, and these happen to be laminated. I would suggest that if you make new ones, don't laminate them. Not everything needs to be laminated. Next one, ready, go. Ti, 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 timka, ta. Timka, ti, ti, ta, rest. Ta, timka, ta, rest. Ti, ti, timka, ti, ti, ta. Timka, timka, ti, ti, ta. These are really great rhythms to show timka. And pop goes the weasel is one of the clearest examples that I have that especially has a really great singing game. I sure hope that you teach this game to your kids this week, and it was great having you here in the music room. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss one of these great new singing games. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.